Jian Pingguan saw that the other party intended to escape and shouted wildly, and rushed up. The little evil made a move, carp jumping over the dragon gate to the left, kicked the right foot to Jian Pingguan Xiaozhen, and the flying knife went straight to the Tai cup ointment. Jian Pingguan hit the air with a palm, and the anger was even more blazing, and immediately squatted down with a move Arhat launched to the small evil chest, and the little evil made a great compassion palm of the Buddha 8,000 miles left palm on the right palm of Jian Pingguan, and the right palm hit his shoulder. Bang! A small evil has been thrown out of the way, and Jian Pingguan took 3 steps back. His chest was faintly painful, and the corners of his mouth were also bleeding. He looked at Yang Xiaoxie in disbelief, as if he had forgotten that he was being injured. Although Xiaoxie was not afraid of his poisonous palm power, he was also beaten to the point of dizziness. Immediately took out the pill and ate 3. The old man said, "If there is an injury, it should be treated immediately, he remembers it very well." Jian Pingguan saw that Xiaoxie was taking the pill, thinking that he had been poisoned, and said with a strange smile, "Boy, you have been hit by my 99 soul-chasing palm juju, and there is no cure after 81 hours, you still resign yourself to the order to go down the mountain. How about the old man offer the antidote?" The little evil shouted, "Stinky old man, you little child's thing, I would have solved it 3 years ago and you still used it as a baby. Don't laugh off other people's big teeth, come on, take me a few more palms to try. Say that you will fight." Great compassion finger has been extremely fast and pointed to the human center of Jian Pingguan. Jian Pingguan was startled and changed his palm to a claw. The deception wanted to crush the right wrist of the little evil, but unfortunately the little evil was a false move. As soon as he twisted his body, the little evil had already pointed at his cookie a cup ointment. Jian Pingguan laughed wildly, showed what he had learned with both hands, and drew out thousands of palms to hit the little evil on the 3 roads, like a dragon opening its claws, sharp and unstoppable. Fuck, it's hard. Who's afraid of whom? The little evil heart doesn't care what the skill is, dodge and jump, flip, buckle, shoot, pick, step by step to force people to palm the palm of the hand. Speculation, faster than the thunder, if Tenghai Ling Jiao, turning over the river and the sea, domineering has been extreme. The 2 sides touched. Wow! Jian Pingguan screamed that the Zhangman point on his waist had been hit, and he fell backwards, and his body was in pain, and he couldn't stand up. And Xiaoxie himself was scratched on the shoulder, and his skin was broken and bleeding. Seeing this, Wei Yuxuan shouted angrily and immediately greeted him, and the left and right protectors also joined the battle circle, and the wheel battle was on Yang Xiaoxie. Suddenly, Xiaoxie had eaten more than 10 palms, his mouth was salty, and he had spit out a mouthful of blood. As long as he vomited blood, he immediately ate the pills, and with a puff of his right hand, more than a dozen pills had already been taken into his mouth, only to see Wei Yuxuan and them forced up again. The little evil big screamed, "Ah!" has used the last move of the great compassion palm. Buddha light shines, only to see the palm shadow is heavy, has been the little evil body in the form, the cold shadow flashed, he has rushed to all the attackers. He is on it, but unfortunately the other party is the top master of martial arts, and the little evil skill is not very good. All the palm power is imprinted on the body, it doesn't play much role, just listen to the bang. A loud sound, the little evil has been like a broken kite, and the toad-like reverse shot into the corner of the wall with a bang, he has been knocked unconscious by several masters. Wei Yuan also ate the 3 palms of the little evil and blushed like an apple. He knew that if the little evil skill was a little higher, it was not the little evil who was lying down, but him. Not to mention the other 2 Dharma protectors, both of them also oozed blood from the corners of their mouths, apparently suffering minor internal injuries. They have a common mentality. Yang Xiaoxie's martial arts moves are extraordinary, and they must have a great background. Wei Yuxuan already knew that he had caused a big trouble, and now he was afraid that he couldn't stop it, so he had to imprison the little evil first. XXXX. When Xiaoxie woke up, he found that he was locked in a cell, with bowl-sized iron branches in front and a stone wall behind him, with a small iron window. Xiaoxie checked his injuries and said secretly, "It's okay, the second-class injury will take 10 days to recover, and you can't use a golden needle, add half of it for 20 days. After taking the pill, -2 days, 18 days, not long, not long." He touched the things on his body. The flying knife was gone, the dagger was gone, the elixir was still there, the golden needle was very small, they didn't search for it, and there was a magic weapon hidden in the cuff, a small serrated blade. This small blade is not made of ordinary steel. This is the 10,000-year-old cold iron produced by Qi Lian out of the top of the mountain. It took 3 months to grind it. It is only as thin as paper. The toughness is very good. 10 embroidery needles are side by side wide, 3 inches long. One side is a blade, the other side is a serration. The volume is very small, can be hidden in the sleeves. The sole of the shoe can also be rolled into a circle and stuffed in the ear. This is a magic weapon specially designed by Xiaoxie in order to escape, and it can be said to be prepared. After the little evil checked, he smiled and said, "It's enough to have these. I didn't think that I was released from prison yesterday, and I was imprisoned today. I think I am guilty of prison, right?" He touched his waist very nervously. "Okay. Life is still he. As long as there are dice, he is happy and shouts, 'I know the endless road of heaven.' I have taken out the dice with a copy of the hand and played with great excitement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, front, front, back, back, meet your ancestors, dead warped, basin." Roared, and he threw the dice to the ground, and sure enough, they were all basins 5 o'clock up. "Ha ha!" Xiaoxie laughed and said, "Turn it off. When my old man is tired of playing, I will find a way to escape." There are such people who don't think about their own life or death first, and first test whether they can have a good time. In addition to the big gangster Xiao Ye, there are not many people in the world. Maybe, as the fortune teller said, Xiao Ye is a King Kong pig and can't die soon. Someone brought food. Xiaoxie looked at it, and first took a look, because it was none other than Wei Yaokan. Xiaoxie smiled and said, "Hello big girl, welcome to the honor of giving up." Wei Yaokan looked at Xiaoxie for a long time before she said, "Are you Yang Xiaoxie or his brother?" She really couldn't tell the difference between this brother and Yang Xiaoxie. Xiaoxie smiled proudly again. He finally hid it from the people of Flying Dragon Castle. He said, "Am I better than his brother or his brother?" Wei Yaokan shook her head and said, "I don't know, but I think you two are too similar. It's just one person. You are not as fierce as my brother said, but why did you ride a horse and step on his friend before? People are like this, the parties can't sit down and talk about it, and if they change to another person even if it's a fake one, just like Yang Xiaoxie is replaced by Yang Daxi now, the two parties can talk on their knees. Wei Yaogan could determine that Xiaoxie was killed in the snake pit. She said quietly, "You don't know that my black dragon horse is the treasure of the Han dynasty, it will step on people casually. I wanted to pass over the child's head at that time, who knew that as soon as your brother rushed over, I also messed up, which will cause today's result, I regret it." When Xiaoxie heard it, he felt that it made sense. How high can a good horse jump? Wei Yaogan said, "It's about 2 people tall. I didn't pay attention, but a child must be sure, but I didn't think about it that much at that time, because the black dragon horse ran too fast." The little evil looked at her, trying to know her state of mind from her eyes. That's right, what Wei Yaogan said this time was the truth, but this account had been written off when Xiaoxie cut off her hair. Xiaoxie no longer embarrassed her. "You don't have to be sad anymore, not to mention that you have also paid the price, haven't you?" Wei Yaogan said faintly, "It's just that my brother is dead, and I feel very guilty." Xiaoxie smiled and said, "If he didn't die, what would you do to him?" Wei Yingqin said, "It's impossible, he has been forced into the snake pit by my father and must not live, if he still lives me." Little Evil said, "What will you hate him again? Kill him." Wei Yaogan hurriedly said, "No, no, no, I won't hate him anymore, I won't kill him again, I will apologize to him, I hope we can become good friends, but I know it's impossible." After many days of suffering, Wei Yaogan has regarded Xiaoai as his good friend, and now he is his elder brother.